Alright, hello beautiful people. I am back with another Voice Teacher Reacts. For those of you who do not know, my name is CC Renee, and I've been a voice teacher for a little over a year now, so I'm a little new. But for one, I love BTS, so I figured it would be fun to break down some of their songs and just kind of see from, I guess, a newbie voice teacher's perspective of some of the techniques that they use. And today I will be reacting to Butter by BTS, and this is actually from the Billboard Music Awards. I figured we could do Butter this week because Butter has been nominated for a Grammy, and with the Grammys coming up, I figured this would be a fun song to look into because it's one of my favorites from them. So without further ado, let's get started.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. You're pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that. Cool shade stunner, yeah, owe it all to my mother. Hot like summer, yeah, making you sweat like that. Break it down.
Couldn't just cut J-Hope off like that, even though I have some of the worst pause game in history. Let me check out my other videos. My pause game is terrible. And if you guys hear something squeaking in the background, it's actually just the chair that I'm sitting in. It squeaks. We gonna leave that alone. But just starting off with V and Jungkook. I noticed that V's voice has a little bit more of like a raspiness this time. Compared to other videos I've seen of him do Butter, this is also one of my favorite performances, but this is the first time I noticed the raspiness in his voice. And it sounds really good because it still doesn't sound strained or anything like that. It still sounds really, really good. So I like that little stylistic change. And Jungkook just crisp, clean vocals.
When I look in the mirror, I'm not sure how to do. I got the superstar close up. To the boogie line. Step right left to my beat. I like the moon rap with me, baby.
Got a little bit better this time. A little bit better. At least Jake has a smile on his face. So one of the things that I talked to my students, because I have had a student actually cover this song, and one of the things I like to talk to her about are smiling vowels. And it doesn't happen in every song, but it can occur in some songs. But that the size that right left to my beat, and the high like the moon rock with me, baby. So the first two words of each of those lines. So the side and high. So when you say high, depending on how you say it, unless you go like high, then it's a little bit different. But high is more like you guys can't see me, but it's like you are more so smiling or have more of a smiling shape when you say those words. And like I said, it doesn't happen in all songs, but sometimes it can actually throw pitch off just a little bit. And it really depends on the person. It might throw it off for one person, but it might not for the other. I know sometimes it can alter pitch because when you are, the way your mouth is shaped can sometimes affect pitch and breathing. So that's all I was trying to point out. I hope that made some sort of sense. But the best example I actually use is when I was trying to sing a song myself. And it was from the TV show Julie and the Phantoms, which I also might break down at one point because that was another soundtrack that I really, really love to listen to. And I remember she would say like stand tall, like I'ma stand tall, like tall, like that. But that would actually throw the pitch off for me. And it was just simply the way the vowels were shaped. So, and it's not necessarily a smiling vowel, but it's something similar, just like how a vowel shape can change things. So I always tell people to be careful of that in songs like these. again, pause game on 0. But I just want to take a look at something one more time, if I can catch it. When V does his little, like his signature V on his face, and it's so smooth. We're gonna mute and let's just take a look at it. Look at this. Boom, right there. Just yes. That didn't have anything to do with what I was saying. But back to the video. I just want to point, just have a nice time looking at that.
Remind me you got it bad. Ain't no other that could sweep you like a rubber. Straight up, making you fall like that. Break it down.
Okay, I know I'm pausing again after I just paused like 5 seconds ago, but I did want to point out the staircase type run that Jungkook did. I call it a staircase run, where he's essentially, when you're looking at music, you have a key that the song is in, and Jungkook is essentially singing every single note, or not every single note, but he's singing every note, almost every single note of that key verbatim, just as fast as he just did. So bad, da 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 da. So that might not have sounded as good as his, but it's actually a very popular run that a lot of artists use, and it may not be as quick as he did, but a lot of people use that kind of staircase run in their songs, and they always sound amazing.
Oh, when I look in the mirror, I'm honey too. I got the superstar gozo. To the boogie line. Say step right left to my beat. I like the move right with me, baby. Know that I got that hit. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. Say step right left to my beat. Get it, let it move.
Before we start this masterpiece of a dance breakdown, I just want to say yes, Jin. Yes, Jin. And what I mean is he sounds great. Sounded effortless. Like he just like blew wind and the notes just floated on top. So yes, amazing job, Jin. Now, let us look at this masterpiece of a dance breakdown for this song.
On my wrist, I'm the nice guy. Got the right body and the right mind. Burning up the pot and get the right vibe. Small line, hater. Fresh boy, pull up and we lay low. All the plans get moving when the bass slow. Got army right behind us when we say so. Let's go.
So I'm actually gonna play that section again, the rap line section, and it's interesting to me when I listen to them. I never noticed the different tones in even the rap line members. If you actually listen to J-Hope has more of a forward placement, even when he's rapping, and Suga has more of like a mix more so. He has a little bit of a deeper tone, like almost with that forward placement, which sounds nice. Not that J-Hope sounds like super nasally like this, but not anything like that, but he is just more forward than the other two. Let me say it that way. And then, like I said, Suga has more of like a good in between. Like it's a good mix of, not that the others are bad. I love everyone's voices, but Suga would probably be more so in the middle of J-Hope and RM, whereas RM has more of like the chest voice, the raspy and deeper toned rap, and then just J-Hope has it's not really a register, but he just has like the higher tone in the more forward placement of, and then Yoongi or Suga is in directly the middle. That's really what I'm trying to say. So I never noticed before the different tones when it comes to the three of them, and I thought that was really interesting to point out. I just said we was gonna see that section again, and I sure just did that. Let's be wild. We're going to go back to the rap line one more time. Then we're going to finish out the video.
And get it, let it roll. Eyes on my wrist, I'm the nice guy. Got the right body and the right mind. Burning up the pot and get the right vibe. Small line, hater. Fresh boy, pull up when we lay low. All the plans get moving when the bass slow. Got the army right behind us when we say so. Let's go! Side step right left to my beat. Right left to my beat. I like double rocking me, baby. Know that I got that hit. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. Side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it move.
Alright, couple things that I noticed from a lot of them actually. So I'll break it down into little sections. V, again, just like Jen earlier, effortless. Sounded like it did not take any effort at all to sing any of those notes. So great job for him. Jimin, same thing. And the thing is, I don't think I've ever heard, and I might need to look at more performances, but I don't think I've ever heard Jimin just strain his voice. I don't think I've ever seen a performance where he's just had to strain his voice like at all. Same goes for Jungkook actually. And speaking of Jungkook and Jin in this case, I noticed they both did the little scrunchy face when they were doing the ending chorus to kind of help the placement of the notes that they were getting ready to do. I don't think they were going to strain or anything like that, but there are some times where you can kind of feel like you're going into singing something the wrong way. You know you can hit the note, but you're just kind of going into it wrong. And so they just kind of did that little scrunch face to kind of knock it into that forward placement.
And you know we don't stop. Highlight, ain't no. You be like, oh my God. We gon' make it rock easy. Hey. We gon' make it bounce easy. Hey. Hotter, sweeter, cooler, butter. Get it, let it move.
All right. So another great performance by BTS. This was Butter. I hope you guys check them out at the Grammys. I know I will be, just to see. Let's see how the Grammys does this year. Let's just say that. Let's see how they do this year. But yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you guys will hear from me. I will somewhat see you in the next podcast / video.